Hi, hello, good afternoon and good night. Um, for all who are joining in, I'm just asking to please put your thumbs up. I was almost late. All right, today the topic is the conservation methods that you probably try and it's not working. We're going to discuss them. So if you're out there, please state your conservation methods that you have tried or you are currently doing or you have done it for a period of time and it's not working for you. Hi, Storm Chaser. How are you? It has been a while and you're there. Thank you for being there. I'm honestly trying to get my tablet up. I was a bit late today. I think probably a second. You're fine. I'm great too. I'm great too. So I'm just trying to log in here. And for guys who are joining the live, please remember to leave a thumbs up. I can't see it, but just remember to leave a thumbs up, please. Hi, Beta. Guess what? I'm offline. All right. For those who are joining the live, please remember to leave a thumbs up. I'm not seeing enough thumbs up here. And why am I not? Okay. I was in airplane mode. And for those who didn't know, I wasn't here for a number of weeks. So I've had, I'm telling you, I've had some experiences, especially when it comes on to conservation. So I'm back now. I am planning to do, hi Bruno. I'm actually great. I'm I'm actually great. Happy to be home after all this time. I think everything is happy as well that I'm at home because it's the first time going on the tablet and it's buzzing like crazy. I'm trying to log in to a channel here. Okay. Bruno, Beta Gamer, how are you, my friend? And Storm Chaser is asking to please remember the thumbs up, guys. Please do. All right. How are you? Are you finding it difficult to conserve? Let me get rid of the feedback here. Am I not getting this tonight? Oh, I have a number of equipments here, guys, so please bear with me. Yes. Are you great? Are you finding it difficult to conserve? I've seen quite a number of conservation methods, or I'm not sure if they are conserving, but I've seen quite a number of things since I've been away. I've been to practically either 2 or 3 states, and there are a lot of similarities that I've seen. There are lots of differences that I see as well. Some of them I'm honestly disappointed in whatever method that they use, but nevertheless, I think they consider their own as a conservation method. So with that said, Let's tell you about some of what I saw. There is, I know I've spoken about it quite a number of times, where I think I spoke about it the week before, where you may have a chandelier and you have those multiple light bulbs in it. So you would have probably a four socket chandelier, and in that four socket chandelier, each section has a bulb. The high Richard Scott, Richard is saying blessings, peace, and salutation, beloved smart conserver, and everyone on this platform. So everyone, Richard is saying hi. Yes. So I've seen in the states that I've been to, in the bedrooms, they have the four socket chandelier, and in that four socket chandelier, for one of them that I've seen, all four had in light bulbs, and in another one that I've seen, only two bulbs were present. That's not a conservation method. I think the bills will be high, not because you're going to turn on the light, but sometimes the light will be necessary from very early. Other than you being here, you might not turn on the light as often as expected in those countries. Bruno is saying, congratulations, Smart. I really like your video of that place full of stone. Very interesting. Yes. It was actually called Stone Mountain. It was interesting to see the granite. The entire mountain was made out of granite. Um, a lot of persons visit there. Some persons choose to walk up, and others choose to take the skyline, like myself. Richard is saying, with so many light bulbs, the light bill is sure to be high. Yes, and especially in the country that I was honestly expecting more out of them in terms of conservation. I was not expecting that. I was expecting them to conserve more, um, being that they are a first world country, and we being here, we are seen as a third world country. I think we're doing more than them. I'm not sure if it's because we have highlight bills. I'm not sure what their light bill is like, but if they were to pay, probably if they were to pay what we were to pay, probably they would try and conserve more. Moon Vlog, hi, Moon Vlog, thank you for being here. Our topic today is the conservation methods that I've seen or persons have been using, and they think it's not working for them. We're trying to find solutions here for persons who have personal for persons who have personal preferences, or persons who can state what the problem is in their own circle, because no two householder might be alike. I can try a method and it work, and you try it and it don't work. Probably it is that you're doing something wrong. um Moonplug is saying, you make everyone blue. I don't know if blue is a happy color, but then I welcome it. My color, my personal preference is not blue. I love brown. So thank you, Moonvlog. Right. Please remember to leave a thumbs up. So Storm is saying, so what could cause for them to behave that way? The light situation. I think it's what is available in their country. Because like in our country, we would not have that huge light fixture. The light fixture that I saw, it was in the roof itself. And probably because the roof are high, they have the light fixture hanging down, and it has a multiple bulbs on it. It would not work in our country. It wouldn't work. So I guess that's one of the reasons why they have it like that. However, like I said, it was quite disappointing, some of the conservation methods that they did not readily accept. Um, Bruno is saying, and what do you think of your GoPro Black? I thought the video quality was great. I thought the video quality was great too. I have a lot of videos to put out with that GoPro Black. Um, the only problem with it is the battery life. However, now that I'm home, I think charging it, I will not use the power company to charge it. It charges pretty quickly, but I think I would want to use my solar power bank. And Richard wanted a solar power bank. Richard, I'm still looking for that solar power bank that I bought. The one that I saw is currently unavailable. So I'm going to look for it again and see if I can send you the link, because the one I have is it's very good, very good. I don't have any problem with it. It has not been out of charge since, because every now and then, even when I was not here, I was able to put it in the sun. So it really does work. It really does work, I must say. And I know for a fact it can charge multiple devices before it dies. So far, it has never died on me. And I've charged a phone. I know I've charged a tablet. I've not charged my laptop since. However, I know I charged a phone and a tablet, and it's still going. I've only in 3 weeks, I've only placed it in, I don't even know if you want to call that sun, because we don't get a lot of sun where I was, or it is so drastic that if I do get a little sun, it's for probably a couple of minutes and then rain, or the temperatures has changed. It gets a little dark. So it has not received a lot of sun in the 3 weeks, and I was able to charge things with it multiple times. Storm Chaser is asking, was it LED or the other bulb that they use in the chandelier? Storm, I've seen two types. I've seen persons using the LEDs, and to know if it was really LED, there was an instant when I turned off the light and I touched the bulb immediately. With the LED bulbs, once you touch it, it cool to the touch. It doesn't burn. With the incandescent bulb, it will remain hot until it cools down. The thing is, though, I've seen some persons have the halogen light. For those who don't know the halogen light, it's the light that looks like the plating part is upside down, so the light bulb goes on top. Now, for those halogen lights that persons would have probably in the living room or so, they tend to put, well, it has to work with incandescent bulb. It doesn't work with LED. I don't know why the manufacturer made it like that. I'm not sure if by now it is changed. It has changed. Hi, good night, RJ Gamer. I'm great. How are you? Um, it has the incandescent bulb in, and they have been using it for quite a while. So trust me, I've seen some things. Richard Scott is saying that's a great solar power bank. Yes, it is smart. It's unique and uses even the light to charge, even without direct sunlight. Um, I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've used the electricity to charge it. I've used the sun more than others to charge it, and I think it's because of where I do live. I can't remember in the 3 weeks when I wasn't here that I charged it by the electricity, but I know on two occasions it was charged by the sun. I know that it was charged by the sun. So if you if and when I do send it to you, then you can use the sun to charge it most of the time. And as a matter of fact, it has a clip on it, and you could have it on your person, on your backpack, and it's being charged. Storm Chaser is staying smart. Are you sure that the people overseas are part owner of the light company? Um, it's I just think they're not thinking about it, or the cost that is associated with their electricity bill is something that they readily accept. It's not like us who, when we receive the bill, we would complain drastically. Yes, Richard, it's renewable energy, and that was the main reason why I purchased that power bank, because of the sun here. It really is necessary to be charged by the sun, and it has been working by the sun. Um, guys, anyone else have any idea as to some of the methods that they have tried and it's not working? Storm Chaser is saying, I see smart. Tell me some of the methods that you have used, some of the methods that you are still using, and it has been working or it has not been working for you. I there was one method that I wanted to try, and I have not gotten a chance to try it, but I know I will one day, and it's to shut down the bottom half of my fridge. When I was living here, I really wanted to shut down the bottom half of my fridge. However, I could not have done so because I've left things in there that could not go in the freezer. So I couldn't do it. Thank you, Beto. It wouldn't work moving it up into the top of the freezer. I tried, but it wouldn't work. So I was left with the just leaving it on. However, I'm really curious about this month's light bill. The fact that I wasn't here, everything was plugged out. I wanted to turn off the breaker as well. However, I had things running that really relied on it, like the internet. So because I had the camera system on it, so I couldn't really shut that part of it down. So it was a bit technical leaving here for that period of time. Um, for Storm Chaser is saying, for me, all that I see on your vlog worked for you. That's fine. Some persons have not tried it. And hi, hello, hi, Mariposa. Thanks for coming here. And for those guys who I can't pronounce that name, is it Kanha Lamthew? Thanks for being here. For the guys who are just coming in, please remember to press the like button. It will be greatly appreciated. For the conservation methods that I've seen, I think the only thing that I've seen them they conserve on, and it was only in one state, and it was on the plastic bags. There is a state that does not use plastic bags any at all. They don't use it any at all. So because of that, thank you, Mariposa. Because of that, I do give them the thumbs up for that. And it was strange. There is not a unity. The fact that that's one country, there's not a unity in some of the things that they do. Richard Scott is saying that I started using the LED bulbs from 2021 when Jehovah God gave me my house. Great. I've not looked back since and find out that the place is cooler and my light bill is okay. Yes, you will get a cooler house. You will get a cooler house if and only if you transfer to that LED bulbs, because the incandescent ones are hot. It is hot. So I do understand what you're saying. However, at some point you will realize while the bill will go down if you change them out all at once, after a while your bill will you will not, it will operate as if you have not changed those LED light bulbs to those LED light bulbs, probably because of how the rates are going. But yes, while your bill will be low with it, after a while, there's a thing that they call self-actualization. After a while, you will self-actualize with it. So you won't see that drastic difference. I think the drastic difference tend to come in the bigger appliances. That's where the drastic difference is. Um, Storm Chaser is saying, guys, smart is here, ask your questions. The other thing that I've seen them do overseas that I was honestly greatly disappointed in is they there's a lot of lights. There's a lot, quite a lot of lights. I was able to go on in not Brooklyn, on Manhattan, and I can tell you lights like crazy. I know those lights are not solar powered. I think the only thing that I've seen solar powered is when there was I wouldn't call it a police post, but in the plazas, the police would set up a lighting system with camera, and all of that was generated by solar power. So with the solar power that they had, it was easier for them to put these stations at sections that didn't have any light wire leading to them. The ATM though were in the parking lot, and it even had a meter. I saw a meter on it, unlike us who have like a designated spot in a building for an ATM machine. They had theirs in the parking lot in some instances. I have not been in a bank to see if they have a machine there, but um Storm Chaser is saying really them thing up. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the solar power there. So I must recommend, or I must give them their regards for all of that. It's really a good move, getting rid of the excess electricity bill that they would incur. And I think probably it's because of the department or the section that has it, because I realize that now, especially in our country, the government is trying their best to move away from the electric power company. So in some instances, you would hear them say, like if they have a pumping house where the water is being pumped, they are trying to go solar with it. It's going to take a lot of money, but they're trying to go solar. So, like I said, I must commend them for that. I see them making that move where that is concerned. However, like I said, I've seen a lot of lights, especially when I went to Times Square. I saw a lot of lights, and the tall buildings that I saw, they were lighted up. A lot of lights. I was honestly disappointed in some of that. If it's not solar, I've passed the light poles that they have, and they were solar powered as well. And I think I can relate to it in there's a game that is online that is played, two games, American Truck Simulator and European Truck Simulator. And looking on those games, you can see in the countries that there is the light poles with the solar panels on it. I think Vito can relate to that because I've seen it on when he drives. I've seen that on it. So it's rather commendable to see that it's not only in America. I think the only place I've seen it here in Jamaica is on the toll road, and there's not much of them. And I think it's because the toll persons want to cut their light bill as well. I think for a country who who has this vast sunlight, we should utilize that technology because it would be good for us. And if Brazil can do it, if American can do it, then we can do it too. It's not difficult, but I've seen it, and it appears to be working for them. It appears to be working for them. So I think the government needs to take a leaf out of that book because it does work. Any more question or any more statement? Yes, Tom Chaser, it does work. Richard Scott says, I see some on the Mandela Highway too. I have not seen, probably because I've not driven that way. Is there a lot of them on Mandela? And why Mandela? Who is well, probably it's the government responsible for that. But we need more. We need more of those lights. The fact that we have this heavy sun and it has this, the ones, oh, you saw quite a few. Okay, that's good. The ones that I saw, I've had the opportunity to go under it, and it had a inverter on it. I think that inverter was to shut it off or bring it back on at nights or when it gets dark. So I've seen that. I've seen it, and I must say it's rather commendable. However, there's another thing that I noticed that I've seen in the country, and it wasn't a lot, and that was really surprising. And it was the charging station for the electric vehicles. I think in all my traveling for the 3 weeks, I've only seen two. I was able to capture a video of only one of them, but I thought I would see more, especially in the plazas. I was expecting to see a charging station for the electric vehicles. And can I tell you, even though the electricity cost would be high here, it is encouraged that persons go towards the purchasing the electric vehicle, not only for the benefit of the surrounding or the environment, but also for the benefit of those persons who can't come off the grid. So it is encouraged that those who can afford it go on and buy an electric vehicle. There are instances when I've seen the vehicles, I must say, all, well, not all over the country. However, I've seen quite a number of vehicles in the country that's electrically charged. However, like I say, I'm not seeing as much of the charging stations there. I think I know where, how many of them? Probably about two of them. Two of them can be found in Jamaica that I can say yes. I know the intention is to get our um, gas stations to have a charging port, at least one or two charging ports in the gas station area as well. I'm not sure if that is going to work based on the information that I've gathered as to how long it takes to charge. I think most persons may opt to charge them at home, be it by whatever means you're going to get this electricity. Some persons have opted to charge them at home. Storm Chaser is saying, based on what you see overseas, then there's no conservation being done there based on where I visit or based on where I went. No, not in terms of the personal electricity. No, I think we are doing more here. I've seen, however, big corporations have made a move to get panels on their buildings, and it's strange. If they don't have the sunlight like what we have, and they are trying, the big corporations are trying to utilize whatever little sunlight that they get, it it should encourage us as individuals or as a people to try and conserve as much as we can. Um, Bruno is saying, smart, I want to be more interactive, but language is still a barrier. I do understand. Even so, count on my support, my friend, in your videos. Thank you very much, Bruno. Thank you. Um, so I was saying that but you're doing good in Bruno. I must say you're really doing great. You are really, really doing great. I must commend you for that. We are really trying to find out the conservation of electricity and water that persons use in their country. That's really what we're trying to do. Find out what people use. And I know that there are persons who use their own little different methods. I know persons use their own little different methods. And like I say, it's really commendable that you try to use your own little methods. And I do hope that it work. I have some other things that I wanted to do. However, I think it's going to take some time. Storm is chasing is Storm Chaser is asking, do you have any idea of the light bills they pay over there? No, no, I don't. And I think persons tend to even here in Jamaica, persons tend to take their light bill as something personal. It's either they're going to be ashamed of it or very proud of it. So, like I said, and for that reason, that's one of the reasons why I don't tell people what my light bill is, because while I am or I may be proud of it, or you would love to know, it's not something that I would even ask because they may be ashamed of it to tell you that they pay X amount. There are persons on the the internet who has done so and tell you what they pay, but I think they do it because they are going solar. So they tell you what the before is and they tell you what is happening during the time when they have the panels. But persons are not willing, even here in Jamaica, to tell you what their light bills are because it can be a tidy bit. It takes, I don't know if I want to say guts, but it takes a lot out of them sometimes, and it tends to, especially if it's high, they don't want to tell you because they tend to get angry. They tend to get angry because of the excessive light bill that they are paying. So I wouldn't ask. I couldn't ask. And trust me, persons overseas see their lifestyle as being difficult. It's not easy over there. It really not. Bruno is saying, gratitude smart. It is very important to save water and energy around the world. Yes, it is, because it means that it will create a sustainable life. It will. It will create. It will create sustainability for life even after us. Yeah, for life after us. Because we need for persons who are coming behind us to enjoy what is there. We are, as humans, we are already destroying the environment by doing some of these sort of things that we need to stop. We honestly need to stop. Um, Richard Scott is saying, if I had money, I'd go straight solar, would make my house up a solar panel blanket. Um, What type of solar would you use though? Would it be would it be where you don't rely on the power company any at all, or you want to rely on them partial? Um, Storm is saying, whenever I go, the light people, you hear, whenever I go, the light people, you hear them crying. Um, Storm, look here. When it come on to those light people, that's another case because the last time I came on here, I was upset. Well, not the last time, the time before, I was upset because my consumption was down, but my light bill was higher than usual. I'd love to be the off grid totally. I'm going to try and change your mind here, and I'm going to try and change your mind because of experience, Richard. And let me explain to you. I think persons who go offline totally, go off grid, should be persons who can afford it. When I say can afford it, you are able to move at a snap if your batteries go down. And let me explain to you what I mean. No, we were sold we were sold the idea that the batteries would last 10 years, 20 years. I don't know if you were sold that idea, but I was sold that idea. However, reality is not that. That's not a reality. The reality is the batteries really last some persons 1 year. That's what it really lasts. 1 year. And let me explain to you why the batteries last 1 year. The batteries that I've seen them use is like 200 and something milliampere. So it means that to run our entire house, we're going to need more. So you have some persons who have an entire room filled with batteries. And this entire room that they have filled with batteries, they it's not being used properly. And let me explain the properly that I'm speaking about. Um, Storm is saying, you're right, smart. Someone told me that too. Let me explain the properly that I'm talking about. If you're using, say, your light bill would come up to, like mine, 96, 96 kilowatt per hour for the entire month, right? Now, if if a battery, if one battery really could give me that 96 kilowatt hours for the entire month, it is not recommended. Hi, lovely aunt. Thank you for the thumbs up. It is not recommended that you buy one battery. The ideal thing is for you to only use 50% of your battery. So it means that instead of you using that one battery, you're going to need two. You are going to need two batteries. And the thing is, because the batteries are so expensive, you're looking at sometime probably over $100,000 for one battery. And because the batteries are so expensive, we are being quoted batteries that will be fully drained with the intention of the panels bringing it back up. We have situations where we have rain for probably, worst case scenario, 4 straight days, and the panels are not able to charge back that battery. Now, in situations like that, that 30%, that 50% that you did not get to use up would be able to use then. However, it's not practical, or it's not We don't have the money to really purchase the number of batteries that is really required for our system. So for me, when I sat and I looked on all of that, I realized that the best option was the grid tied system. Now the thing is with the grid tied system is, hi Bang BMRS, thank you for joining. The thing is with the grid tied system, the grid tied system is you can sell back whatever electricity you have. So if it's a case where you want to put these panels on the entire roof of your house, do so. Do so, but sell them back. And trust me, selling back can make you some money. The only thing is, they don't give you the money every month, and it's not set. It's actually set off against what you would use in the night. So the best, thank you for your thumbs up. The best thing to do is to use this. Everyone, Bang BMRS is telling you all hi. The thing to do is to use the grid tied system as much as you can in the day. So, like at night, you really only want to watch a little TV to relax. I know you're here, Vita, and thank you very much. You really want to use the thing to really relax. So you have your TV watching, and if you get the smart TV, then it won't consume a lot, and you will have one or two lights going, and that's it. You're not washing in the night. And if you set up the timer on your refrigerator, then your refrigerator will not work for the entire night, and you'll find that you save a lot when it comes on to that. So it works. um Richard Scott is saying exactly smart because it requires real cash to take on such a lifetime. And it's not lifetime. It's not lifetime, Richard. Like I said, that's what they sold us, but it's not lifetime. Hence me saying that if I had the money. And did you know that the grid tied system is actually far, far, far way cheaper? I'm planning to add more panels to my system. And so far, adding those panels, I don't think I spent 400,000 yet. I don't think I spent 400,000 as yet. I know you're going to be here until I end beta. Thanks very much. Um, I've not added, I've not, I've not completed $500,000 yet. The only reason why I don't go excessive on the panels is because I don't want you on the outside to know that I am solar powered. Yeah, grid. The thing that sold me with the grid tied system was the money. That's what sold me to it. The grid tied is actually a better system in term. The only downside to a grid tied system, Richard, is if there's no electricity, you don't have electricity. And when you really think about it, it's rather practical for that to happen because you're producing so much electricity from the sun. And if one of those power company workers should go on that light pole to do whatever repairs, the fact that you're sending electricity to the grid, he can be fried. So what tend to happen is once the electricity is lost, they shut down you. You don't have it. Now, if I can't remember we having that vast power outage. Um, it used to happen probably years back, but not now. it does. If based on the fact that you want to cover your entire roof, if you go grid tied, then you'd probably be making some nice money, because I've seen persons getting back some good money, and they pay you every 6 months. They pile it up and you get paid every 6 months. So just imagine you have, after applying what is to be applied to your monthly electricity bill, they still owe you $10,000. That $10,000 is paid at the end of 6 months. And if you should have $10,000 where they have to pay you every month, that's $60,000 at the end of 6 months. Trust me, that's easy money. So you can get it. You just need to know what to do to get it. So it's a good little venture. It's a good little venture, and that's my aim, to for them to pay me so much that after offsetting my current electricity, um after offsetting my current electricity, then I would have so much left that they can pay me. That's my aim. I told him thanks already, Bruno. Thanks again for telling him thanks. Yes, that is my aim. So going off grid, you should be prepared for buying batteries at the snap of a button. You should be. And based on what, if you should check it out and you ask them if when you go off grid, if you'll be able to get the usage of only 50% of the battery, and they'll tell you if they should quote you, because there are places in Jamaica that sell the kits, places in Jamaica that sell kits, and these kits that they're selling is just to use the minimum number of batteries that is required for whatever it is that you're going to use. That's it. Just those basic. So if you ask them if they would supply probably double the size of batteries, then you'd see the prices going up. So it's don't consider it as being too expensive, because if you there, and probably I'll send it to you, the place that does the kits, because they are off grid. I'll send it to you, and the prices aren't bad. You can get a system for, because they have a range. They have a range in terms of the light bills, but I wouldn't encourage you to use those range, because those range were when the rates for the electricity bills were lower. So I'll send you the place that has a kit. The only thing is you'll have to find someone to install it, and it has to be a real good electrician who can install it, and not every electrician can install it as well. They For me, how I wanted a system was how I have it now, in terms of it being connected to the entire electrical system here. That's what I have. You, like I say, you can't tell based on looking on the outside that I'm even solar powered here. You can't tell. And that's what I like. The additional panels that I'm going to get, I'm honestly trying to wrap my brain how I can have it on the roof and not show. I really love that, because I'm a very private person when it comes on to things like that. Because persons see persons see riches with their eyes, and they don't see how hard you're working for whatever it is that you have, or whatever it is that you have achieved. They don't see that. They see riches with their eyes. So they see you with a nice car. They don't know what your monthly payment is like, or how hard you have to work to achieve this. So it's going to take for me some thinking, and it needs to happen soon. I honestly like the off-grid system. However, my off-grid that I want to go would be for whatever it is I have in here that is running 24 hours. And you see that internet thing, it runs 24 hours for me, as well as my CCTV. That trust me, that part of it is really a sore point for me. So I would love to take that off and go off grid, but I'm trying to find the batteries to accommodate that. I'm not going to pay $100,000 for one battery. I'm sorry. I tend to get sick when I pay out a lot of money, and for those who know me, they'll know I do get sick. When I pay out a lot of money and I see it as a waste, I will get sick. When I say sick, I can't talk. I really can't talk. Yes, yes, sister, I'm laughing. It's true. I honestly can't talk. So if I see my bill, probably my electricity bill come to something excessive, and the fact that I know that I have to pay it or I'm going to be left in the dark, I will get upset. Upset to the point where I get quiet and I will get sick. Richard Scott is saying you have to build a balcony on the rooftop where you can't see the panel, or build up edges 2 to 3 block height to hide it. No, no, you have to be careful how you the one that you talk about, building a balcony. Building a balcony, yes, it gives that height. However, when you say the when you build up the edges, you have to be careful of that, because if you build up no beta, this is not 4K, only my GoPro go 4K. This is, I think it might be 1080. 10, I think it might be a little more than 1080 based on the webcam. um Richard, they you have to be careful how you build that edges, those edges, because you will hide the sun from the panels. And let me explain to you why my panels can't be seen. The front of my house is higher than the back, so what happened is, if I should place the panels on the front part of the house, then the panels can be seen. But I place it in the middle, nearer to the back. So because the front of the house is high, you can't see it, and the sun come over, and the panels have to set. The panels have to be set a certain way. So there's honestly some of us who want it, we're not going to be able to get it because we're not getting that level of sunlight. Um, I'm not sure that there is additional space for it, because I also have a water heater up there, and that needs the sun as well. That can't be moved. So in terms of building up something to put, I understand the balcony. And if you build a balcony, it would mean that those panels can be used as a roof, because I've seen persons do that. Use the panels like the roof, and it does look good. It does create that shade. And another thing that the panel will do to your roof is it makes it cooler. It does make it cooler. It will make it cooler for you on the roof. So it work. It does work. However, it's the location. Good design for your roof because it's tilted. Also keep water from settling. Yes. I I've had I've had instances prior to that where my water was settling, and there is a there is a solution for that. I've spoken about it on a vlog before, the cool seal, the cool seal is able to prevent leak when you have settling on your roof. I've had to tilt the original roof, tilt it towards a drainage system, and I just paint the cool seal tundra over that. I don't have the problem. I don't have leaks here. I don't have leaks. I know I may have some settling on my roof when the rain fall, but it's not a lot. It's probably about what do you call that now? Probably a little less than a foot of water settling. I don't think I want to do anything about it because once that the sun comes out, then it dries. So I don't have that problem where I have leaks. So I tilt the front based on a design that I saw and I like. And if persons don't even realize, they my house is actually the channel profile picture. That's my house. Everything right there, that little dark image, it's actually the house. Persons don't realize, they just think I take this thing from out of nowhere and put there. No. Everything that I do on the channel has to relate to me in some way, some form, somehow. So you will see even the even the lights that's in the introduction, they're actually here. There's actually a mock fireplace here that has those lights. So it's actually here. Things that you see on the channel, they're all here. The lights that you see, all here. So it has been working for me. When I wasn't here, I was able to see that the lights are coming on. We have been getting rains in the evening, but it's actually working. My conservation methods have actually worked. I want to see what my bill is like for this month. I was only sorry that we get rain in the evening. I was hoping that I would get some serious sun, but let's see when the bill comes, what they will bill me for. I got my water bill so far and they owe me. They owe me because no one was here. And I know I'll get probably 2 months, 2 months of that bill where I pay less for the water. But let's see what the light has to offer. Because now that I'm back, I'm only back for probably a week. Yeah, probably a week. I'll be here for before the bill comes. So let's see what that week has to do. I'm not planning to do a lot of things during that week with electricity, but let's see. Let's just see. Um, we are now at 58 minutes and 22 seconds. So we're looking to wrap up. Any more questions, any more techniques that you guys have used and you have seen it work or not work? Um, the channel is undergoing some changes where I want to give you high quality videos. Thank you, Bito. High quality videos. I like the 4K look. I have tested it. I've tested it when I wasn't here, and I do like it. So it means that whenever I'm doing my videos outdoor or any DIY, I'll use it because I like it. It gives that pristine look. So I do like it. Um, I intend to do some major overhaul on the channel, but not much, nothing that will affect you. So you will see from time to time changes happen. If and when I get certain things You see the picture, Storm. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. I'm only sorry that the videos, no. I know that the GoPro 11 Black can do live stream. However, based on what I'm reading so far, it's not recommended. And I don't have a problem with my picture quality, no. I don't have that problem. I wish it was 4K, but can't do anything more about it. Just have to work with what you have. All right, we have done an hour, and I would like to thank you very much. The original, the original live that I had planned, when that live is to happen, I'll explain to you what really happened, why the live didn't happen. No, it's a whole lot of story. It involves yeah, the 1080p is really beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, you're watching it on 1080p. Just did you see the 4K? The 4K is lovely. It's lovely. It's actually lovely. The live that I had planned was to show you the solar generator. However, there's a whole lot of story behind that. I'll tell you when the solar generator get here. I'll do a live on it. To Storm, he's saying that you have to tell me that the 1080p is pretty. Um, I'll tell you all about it, and I'll tell you how we get to finally get it, if and when we do get it, and I'll explain to you the benefits of that solar generator. Other from that, I'd like to thank the persons from the other countries who are here. I know I've seen Brazil. One or two persons would be on here from probably India and the Philippines, and I'm thanking you for joining the live. I know Jamaica is here, even some of my silent friends, and you know who I'm talking about. You're sitting down there and you're just watching me without even saying anything. Richard, thank you for coming. Vito, Bruno, Storm, thank you for being here, and I'll catch you in, I think the next time I catch you, it will be in one of my vlogs. Other than that, it will be live again next week, Sunday at 6. Thank you very much. And I'm now ending the live.